Hey guys, don't forget to enter my 3,000 subscriber $15 giveaway. Link in description. Hey, what's up guys? It's Fusion, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best free YouTube editor of 2019. So guys, before we hop into the video, I'd really appreciate if you liked the video, subscribe, and remember to check out the giveaway for $15 and a shout out, link in description. So the first thing you guys do want to do is come onto any search engine, literally anything, and type in DaVinci Resolve, because this is what we're going to be talking about today. So you want to make sure you go to Black Magic Design. That is the company who actually makes DaVinci Resolve. I'll have this link in the description, of course, but all you guys want to do is you want to simply click download. Now, I do recommend always getting the latest version, but there can be issues with DaVinci Resolve sometimes, so try out DaVinci Resolve 16 if you want. If it doesn't work right, download 15. So all you want to do is you want to click on the platform you want, and then it's going to make you fill out all your details. If you don't feel safe filling out your details, you can literally do this. I've done this before, and I'm pretty sure it actually works. So you just do this. Just make sure the email looks real like that, and then click register and download, and then all you want to do is click here. Then after downloading, you just want to locate your downloads folder and double click on this. You may need a program like 7-Zip to access zipped folders, but just look it up on YouTube and make sure you're safe when downloading programs, guys. But you just want to make sure that you can actually access this zipped folder so you can get to the install application. Then you just want to double click on this. It might take a minute. Now guys, I actually got a little error when I first clicked on it, but after I waited for about a minute, this popped up. So if you guys get a little error that says like the file destination cannot be found, just ignore that, because I'm pretty sure it's just a glitch and you can still install the program. Now guys, when it comes to this folder of choosing what you want to install, you can install different things that come with the program. Personally, I just installed this PostGRE SQL thing and DaVinci Resolve. I'm not too sure what the PostGRE thing is. It's not like a program or anything. I think it's just drivers. Yeah, so it just looks like it's a database management thing. So you're fine to download it, and then you just want to click install. Now personally, I'm not going to walk you guys through the setup because it's pretty easy. So guys, now getting into the editor, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a new project, how to edit simply, and give you guys some tips. So you guys can see, obviously I have a bunch of videos here, and I have folders. So how you guys want to actually get to the screen where you edit a video? You want to click new project. Now when you click new project, this will come up right here. You don't want to just name them any old thing. I used to do this, and it's not a good idea. So for an example, I'm going to be making this test edit video, and then I'm going to just click enter, and as you guys can see, we are now in the editing window. So this might look confusing, but I'm going to make this very easy for you guys. So there is a big thing. You guys, right now, before you drag anything into the editor, you need to decide, do you want your video to be 60 FPS? If that's the case, you need to make sure the first anything you drag into the media pool right here is 60 FPS. So this media pool is where you drag every single thing into the editor. You can also go to file and you can go to import file, but that's annoying. I'd rather just drag it right here to the media pool. But what I'm saying is, if you drag in your first clip and it's a 30 FPS clip, for some reason in the settings, the editor will save it to a weird FPS. Like, you see how the first format it's at is 24? Now that I dragged in a clip that is 60 FPS, we go back to the settings and it now says 60 FPS. So I hope that's not too confusing for you guys. I know it is really annoying and I don't really understand it. They might have fixed it in 16, but I know in 15 it's still kind of annoying because you can't just like set your video to 60 FPS. You have to have your first clip be 60, and then it like makes the whole video 60 FPS. So now on to actually editing. We're gonna take this little clip right here. It's just me showing off my Twitter for a thing in a video. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to simply cut and edit. So let's say right here, you see how my bottom PC bar and this stuff is showing. Let's say you didn't want that there, so you want to cut it out. You have one of two options. So you see how just a few seconds in here, I zoom in. Well, I could come here to the razor tool or the blade edit tool, and I could just make a cut. Then, when you come right here, you can right click and you can click ripple delete, or I'm pretty sure it's Shift Backspace. And then once you click that, it just deletes it and it moves everything over. And now it starts full screen. Now here's the other option. You can make the cut there, but let's say that was a really important part of the video and you don't want to cut it out. Well, you can come on here and you can click onto the transform tool. Then when you're on the transform tool, just simply drag this down and it drags all corners of the video in. Or you could use this little zoom slider here, which I actually find a lot easier, and drag it in until it's perfect for you. And now look, it's perfect and we don't need to make a cut in our video. So that's how to make simple cuts. Just make sure you select a tool, you select the end point of where you want the cut, then you want to go back to the pointer tool, right click on it, ripple delete, or you can delete selected, you can cut, you can copy. It's all pretty self-explanatory, and of course guys, practice makes perfect. Another very important thing guys is keybinds. So if you come up to DaVinci Resolve and keyboard customization, this is all of your keybinds. Now these are very important because I know that I've messed with mine a little bit, and it's important to know what you're doing. So if you come down to like trim, for an example, the blade edit mode, that's what I was showing you guys before. That is just a little tool that you use to make cuts. And whenever you actually hover over a tool, it will tell you the name. So like right here, blade edit mode. And then if I hover over the arrow, selection mode. So now that I know what those names are, if I come back here, as long as you can just find your little tool that you want to edit, like my blade edit mode, I can change that key or add another key to whatever I want. I could make it this backslash thing, and now when I come on here, when I hit the backslash, it changes to the blade tool. The same thing for everything else, like the arrow I have for A, the blade I have for B, so I can just simply A, B, and I never have to go up to anything. So I can just do this, A, I come on to here, and then the same thing with the ripple delete. The ripple delete I have set as 0 because on my mouse, in a mouse program, I have it programmed that whenever I hit this button on my mouse, it acts as I'm pressing 0, and then it ripple deletes it. So to break it down a lot less confusing, you can have custom keybinds to whatever you want to make editing much easier, and trust me guys, it does help a ton. So now that you guys know how to do keyboard shortcuts, you know how to make simple cuts, download the program, I'd say the only thing left is diving into a little bit of audio stuff. So let's be checking out a song that I mainly use, Famous Dex Japan. I use the instrumental. Now guys, make sure when you're using instrumentals and stuff, be careful because a lot of them can get your video demonetized because it has copyrighted material. But I know that Japan doesn't get my video demonetized, so I think you're good there. So as you can see, I dragged the audio track from the media pool down to audio track 2. Now something I regularly do to make editing a lot easier for myself is, you see how it says audio 1, audio 2? I will actually make another audio track by right clicking on any of the bars right here, add track, and then add a stereo track. Stereo just means both ear audio, and now I have audio 3. So what I'll do is I'll drag my music down into audio 3. I'll leave audio 2 for my sound effects in the video, like my little pop and whoosh sound effects I use a lot, and audio 1 is left for my voice in the video. So I actually want to show you guys something that helps a lot with editing. And let me know guys if you do want a whole video, a whole pack for this, but it is my FUZIONHERE's editing pack. So I have made my own little pack for me to edit with, because you guys know in my videos I have an editing style. I have little things that I use a lot. They're all saved in a folder that I can simply drag into the little media pool right here, and I have all those things. So for an example, I have some editing things here. I just select FUZIONHERE's editing pack, drag it in, and look at all of the things I have right here at my fingertips. I have a Discord promotion I can use. I have some social media pop-ups. I have Snapchat. I have little subscribe things. I have my whoosh screen that I use a lot, like this right here. See that? It just whooshes like that. So super useful. We have some of my sound effects down here. So like I was talking about, this is my sound effect spot down here. my voice, and my music. You can make it even more big. You can add a ton of tracks, so I'll make another track for my music, drag it down, and if you click right here, you can drag up the tracks. As well, if you go on the red line, you can push this up more. So just, you know, give yourself a lot of room if you want, if it's easier. I know that I like to make a lot of stuff easy on myself so I can enjoy editing. And what's going on, guys? As you can see, we're just adding some simple stuff here, and just in a few minutes you can make a very good video. Since the video is getting pretty long now, guys, I'm going to be showing you guys just a few more little simple things. Like, for an example, if you want to change the pitch of a audio clip, like if I wanted to sound like a chipmunk, hey, what's going on? Right there, all you want to do is come up to the effects library, and right here you want to come down to audio FX. Now if you come here to pitch, you want to drag this down on your clip, and then in here, if you drag these two things down, and as you can hear, my voice is just very, very high. So endless possibilities with that right there. I'm also going to be showing you guys some of the little shake effects and stuff. If you come on to Open FX up here, there is a ton of things you can do here. Now, for some of the things in DaVinci Resolve, like I'm pretty sure, where is it? Like this. See how it says you've reached a limitation with DaVinci Resolve? DaVinci Resolve is free, but there of course is some more things that you can get if you pay $300. But honestly, guys, you do not need to buy DaVinci Resolve Pro. The normal version of DaVinci Resolve has everything you need and more. Because yeah, maybe this film grain thing I can't use, but I can still use camera shake, which is my effect I use a lot for the shaking screen like this. As well as there's other stuff like waviness. Waviness does this effect. So a ton of stuff you can do with that. It's good for outros, stuff like that, like I do with my support a creator outro at the end of every video. By the way, I use support a creator code Fusion here. And yeah, guys, I'd say the last thing is if you want to zoom out of your project, this little tool right here, sliding bar, helps for that. I mean, of course, don't edit like this. This is if you want a quick overview, or, you know, if you do want to be a lot more zoomed in when you're making edits. Like if you hear a little something that you want to cut out, you can come on here and you can make like a little cut very easily. And by the way, with the actual eraser tool, it locks on to everything. If you want to turn that off, my keybind for it is N, or it's this little magnet tool right here. So when I hit N, now I no longer am locking to things. So I can, you know, make a million edits here, versus when I'm on the locked version, yeah, I can make a million edits, but like if I come around here, you see how it's like locking on? See that? It can get pretty annoying because I want to make a cut here. I can't because it's locking on to my little red bar here that I scroll with. So I don't know what it can be for you guys, but I think by default, this is N. It's called the snapping tool, as well as the linked selection tool. This is for like, I think if a video is like attached to its audio, I think you can use this tool somehow to unlink it. I'm not really too sure how you do that, but I think that's what it's used for. So yeah, guys, if you want to learn more about DaVinci Resolve, or if you want to actually see me edit a video one time, let me know. I know I tried to pack a ton of information into this video, and I'm not too sure how it turned out, but I hope it turned out good for you guys. Anyways, guys, this has been Fusion. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, check out the giveaway, check out my website, my merch, everything else, link in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. I love you all. And guys, before you go, remember, God loves you. Go look up John 3:16 right now. Hey guys, I unlocked channel memberships. If you're interested, go to youtube.com/FUZIONHERE/join. Hey guys, make sure you're using support a creator code Fusion here in your Fortnite item shop. When you do it, tweet me a picture on Twitter and you'll be featured in the next video.